Net neutrality. The principle that Internet service providers should enable access to all content and applications regardless of the source and without favoring or blocking particular products or websites. Under the Obama administration, surfing the Internet was fair. There was no regulations as to which sites could be more accessible than others, and content was treated the same. I don't know about you, but that's the Internet I prefer.
But last December, President Trump and Federal Communications Commission, FCC, President Ajit Pai, ruined everyone's morning when they revealed their plans to wipe out net neutrality. As aforementioned, net neutrality is the principle that Internet service providers treat all data on the Internet the same and not discriminate or charge differently by user, content, website, platform, application, type of attached equipment, or method of communication, which led to outrage and the many memes on the Internet.
Many argue this infringes our First Amendment right. But how exactly does this affect us?
Well, we can be proud of California, whose senators approved a bill that would not allow major corporations to purposely block or slow down people's internet and charging them in order to access certain sites on a yearly, monthly, or even daily basis. Hopefully, a vast majority of the states will vote to keep the current net neutrality laws in place. Keep in mind, the FCC cannot enforce dismantling net neutrality by itself.
Technically, what is published on the internet is free speech, and major corporations who will have a monopoly on the sites we access pose a threat to equal access of information, a basis of our democracy. Not only will the country suffer from heavy expenses for faster internet, therefore slower internet for the vast majority of Americans, but a lack of up-to-date news and information.
As students about to jump into the adult world, the bills will be rolling in, and in addition to groceries, entertainment, clothes, school, and maybe rent and car insurance, we'll have to worry about one more thing we had thought was free our entire lives. We very much could have bills like this one. In addition, we use the internet daily, not just for school and Google, but social media plays a huge role in our lives. It's not only a source of news for us, but it connects us with our peers and colleagues. Net neutrality ensures that each Instagram post is free. Each Snapchat story is in a few cents. Twitter would be free to scroll through, and we can sell on Etsy without having to pay to access it in general. Uber and Lyft free. CNN and Fox News free. But I'm sure the only thing we'll hear from them is praising Trump and Pai for re-innovating the web.
For example, Twitter, something Trump uses daily, if not every hour. Twitter also happens to be one of the quickest ways to find breaking news with hashtags for everything.
But sadly, no net neutrality would change that. As aforementioned, some politicians have spoken up about protecting the internet. Let's just see how far these promises go.
Again, without net neutrality, Instagram becomes virtually useless. What's the use in paying? But the question really is, why should we pay in the first place? I wouldn't be paying for Snapchat in the future if it'll become even more useless since its latest updates.
And imagine not being able to binge on Netflix because it'll be a fortune. Verizon had gotten heated remarks because of its notorious support for killing net neutrality. In the past, they had even sued the FCC to dismantle net neutrality laws. Such corporations as this find the internet a game and will cause consumers to suffer. Now, onto the protests. Ironically, yet justly, citizens are using their First Amendment right to protect their free speech with regards to the internet.
So, a call to action.
Citizens and companies alike have to unite to save net neutrality.
If not, we are in chains in using the internet.
The FCC and Trump infringe on our First Amendment right.
So what's our fate, America?
How do we save the internet for the heavy users?
The bingers?
The gamers?
The tech guys?
And the students?
The fate is up to our generation. We are going to change the future if we take action. Voting, protesting, signing petitions, rallies, calls to our politicians.
So get out there and be active to save net neutrality or our future will end up looking like this.